So, Chosen One, a lot of y'all come from religious backgrounds, which is fine, right? But I want y'all to understand how to trust your intuition and also trust your divine intellect that is within you. That comes when you learn to connect through the what we say is the inner or the divine feminine within yourself. Now, certain people don't believe in certain systems, right? And so, but regardless of whatever spiritual system that you practice, right? I would say that you know every system always specifies going inside and meditating, praying, fasting, just the idea of always going inside. So we're referring to the divine feminine. But really, people always think the outside is just divine masculine. But remember, divine masculine is just talking about how everything is created, you know, within the mother or the what we say is the cosmic egg. So this is still in a sense how everything is still in the feminine creation. So regardless if people say something is without, it's still inside of something. It's the whole point. So this is what I'm getting at is that y'all going within and realizing what is within yourself internally. What am I saying? That everybody wants to connect to, you know, the Holy Spirit outside of yourself, but not connect to the Holy Spirit within yourself. Everybody wants to connect to God outside of themselves, but not connect to God within themselves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to talk about, okay, if we talk about the root chakra, right? People say, that's demonic. But then you understand that the root chakra or the carnal fire seat or the base of your that sits at the base of your spine, how could that be demonic when y'all call it the Shekinah fire or Shekinah glory, right? In the Bible, right? And this is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. So this is an understanding of the divine feminine energy, how it starts, or the Shakti energy that is Shakti and Shiva having the eternal dance, right? And then in a sense, we understand that this is how we build up this life force energy within the body or within the chakra system. So y'all want to refer to chakras or wheels or spinning spirals of energy. This is the whole point. Y'all have to get past the illusion of fear and understand what they're saying, chosen ones. So this is how you really start to actually use the spiritual energy and actually use it to amplify your auric field. You get what I'm saying? Because the chakras is what is actually creating the auric field as a reflection or the magnetic field, right? The electricity and magnetism always simultaneously working together. And this is the whole point is y'all got to get over, you know, things being outside of yourself or separate from you. And so this is what every mythology was explaining was the relationship of how things is really one and it appears as many different things because this is a holographic universe. If you would see the actual connectivity or the strings of reality, you would understand the waves that are there that are invisible to your naked eye. And this is the whole point. And so when we give people this wisdom, we tell people to actually tap into their inner self. So this deals with you actually reflecting. This deals without you. Deals with you getting past the left and right hemisphere of the mind being imbalanced. This simply means, okay, on one side of the brain, I know that is positive. One side of the brain is negative. I know one side of the brain is more logical. One side of the brain is more intuitive. So what I'm gonna do is create a balance between those two and create an equilibrium. And in this sense, now I can channel the divine intellect and the cosmic intellect straight through my chakra system. You understand? But then when you talk about same thing when you talk about receiving information from the heart chakra as well, right? You get what I'm saying? Just having this unconditional love, you can access information from these higher beings through the heart chakra. This is the whole point. You can be in the harmony with everything. You feel what I'm saying? And this is how, these higher vibrational entities will know to come to you because they know that they can trust you with that sort of information. They can trust you to relay information. Now you talk about channeling and everything else because you are actually understanding that these beings that you're talking to is not outside of yourself because I'm not physically talking outside of myself. I'm really understanding that they're talking to me and communicating to me within. And we can talk about the various different groups of extraterrestrials out here, but you can deal with your higher self if you know that you have a guardian angel that's inside of you that is a part of your, a part that's in your third eye, etc. And it's still you, but it's also not just you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and you keep thinking that this physical universe is, physical. We keep telling you it's holographic in a sense. It's fire. It's gonna decay through time and space. But we understand that what you see is an illusion. It's through a medium that is a a prism of light, right? And this is through the molecules or the atoms that is actually within the the elements themselves. So as the light of the sun refracts down through the different elements, do you get actual actually the different components of how you have different wavelengths of light expressed in the reality. And this is what I'm saying. Now we have different colors, like the seven colors of the rainbow, that we see physically expressed. And this is what I'm saying, because you've seen it through a medium that is, like I said, the prism. But then your physical eyes, when it goes through your physical eyes, it comes in, you know goes hits the retinas, and then it goes to the back, and then it flips the image, and then, you feel what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying, is that everything that you see is a reflection, right? And this is coming from Ra, the sun. This is why they always talk about the sun god. This is all this means. So, in this sense, what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is, y'all getting out of the illusion of things being outside of yourself, and you understanding that the physical universe is just an aspect of you, and there's higher aspects of you that's connected to these higher dimensions and higher realms and higher frameworks of your mind, because everything in the universe is mental. So therefore, your ancestors, we'll talk about that in another video, but y'all understand, this is what it really means to actually utilize the spiritual energy to enhance yourself. Now, when you go to, defend yourself against spell work, and you go to defend yourself against, you go to utilize spiritual energy to actually grow your power and actually magnify your power, actually to teach others, do different things like that. This is how you actually have that radiance. You have that light that's infinite, because you tapping into the infinite and the eternal awareness. This reaching that level of mind is actually the goal. So people that are religious, they don't understand that. They think that this is a thing about worshiping something, when you should be actually going inside to understand what God is really even saying in the first place. So how are you going to try to say that you love God or you acknowledge God, but you're not understanding what God's really trying to say? So did you really go deep enough as you really should?